do. God specializes in stuff that we have problems with. He specializes in deliverance. He specializes in saving. He specializes in death. Because nobody can die like Jesus. God specializes in the impossible. When you think you done ran out of time and hope, in your own strength, when you think there's nowhere to go, nowhere to go. When you lose a loved one and you feel like you're at your end, God can strengthen you.
Mm-hmm.
God can take the little strength that you have and turn it into a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And what I mean by that, your little strength that you have can bless somebody else. By you just being strong and you think you're weak. But my Bible said when I'm weak, and I'll do the work. You ain't got to worry about it. I just need you to be an estimate. Just trust him. Just believe. I specialize in things that you have problems with. I'm the one who can do it. And God did it so many times when Israel was in trouble. He specialized in deliverance. He fought for them. He fed them. He took care of them. When there was no water, he specialized in bringing water. He didn't need nobody to lay no pipes for no aquifer. That man made water come out of the rock. I'm talking about God.
Mm-hmm.
He specialized in the impossible. In the middle of your generation, he'll do the same thing. God is able to do it. Let's go to Exodus chapter 12. When you think you've got no hope, when you think all hope is lost, I'm going to give y'all things for what God did for others. And if he did it for other people, that man will do the same for us.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a partiality God. You trust in him. I mean, y'all know in the Bible, people that wouldn't even call for you, but by their faith in what they saw God could do. God bless them. Y'all remember the Syrophoenician woman? Y'all remember? That lady said something in the room Jesus, and Jesus told the whole Israel. He said, I ain't seen no place like this. That lady said, yeah, Lord.
Mm-hmm. Dogs. That's right.
Eat the crumbs. They'll fall from the mouth of faith. That's faith in God and what he can do. Even though you was an outcast, that man still woke you up this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you was on the outside of the Ark of the Covenant, God allowed you to put on your own clothes. Some people woke up and couldn't even get up. Couldn't even get up, but they woke up. Some people had eyes this morning and can't even see. You hear me? Some people got legs, can't even walk. I'm just talking about God. He specializes in them. Some people got appetite, but they got no food. Some people got food, but they ain't got no appetite. No. Look at us, we got both.
Yes.
We got food, we got appetite, we got everything that goes along with it. We ought to thank the Lord for what he's doing.
Yes, yes,
That man don't need good to him.
yes.
He has brought us from a mighty long way. He has brought us. When we was in despair, you has equipped. That's all. Who was dead and guilty, trespassing and sin. You're caught red-handed. Couldn't, no hope in this world. Without Christ, this is how we go. But what God did for others, He'll do the same for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Exodus chapter
Thank
12.
you, Lord.
Chapter 12, verse 31. Exodus 12, 31. Amen. Y'all ready to see what God specializes in? Go ahead. Now, I'm going to back up to 29 and 30, just for the minute. Amen?
Amen.
And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne, unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of the captive. Listen, God is not nobody. Listen, even the Egyptian that was in jail, if they were the firstborn, they got killed.
Mm-hmm.
All the way to the animal. But not Israel. Not the people that lived in Goshen. Not God chosen people we finna deliver. None of their firstborn died. Because God finna do something miraculous. Verse 30. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, and all his servants, and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt. For there was not a house where there was not one dead, except in the house of Israel. Except for the one that had the blood of either side of the brook.
Yes, sir.
None of them suffered loss. Nobody got hurt. And all the plagues, God delivered them. Because he specialized. This man is a witness. You got one. Verse 31. And he called for Moses and Aaron by night and said, Rise up and get ye forth from among my people, both you and the children of Israel, and go serve the Lord as you have seen. Verse 32. And take your flock and your herd that you have said, and be gone. And bless me also. Bless me by getting away from me. Because when you take the children, you take a generation. So we have to pray for our children to come to the church so they can learn, so they can stay in the church. When you got a church full of old people, that's what you got. A church full of old people. It's no life. Who gonna take the mantle? Y'all see when people run a relay?
Mm-hmm.
They have to pass the baton. Who you gonna pass the baton to if ain't no children in the church?
Right.
Who?
Mm-hmm.
We have to pray for our children. Pharaoh, you witnessed this. You know what he said? He said, unless we all die. If you keep killing all the children, ain't no hope.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 33. And the Egyptians were urgent upon the people that they might send them out of the land in haste. For they said, we be all what?
Dead men.
And the people took their dough before it was living. Not before it got a chance to rise. That's why when we do communion, this brings you all the way back to communion. They eat the bread, the flat bread. Because then they make haste. Because God said time to move. So the bread ain't get a chance to rise. Lord, Jesus Christ, what he did for us, fulfilled every point of the law. From the beginning of Moses to now. That man did. Verse 35. And the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses, and they borrowed of the Egyptians jewels of silver, and jewels of gold, and raiment. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they lent unto them such things as they required, and they spoiled the Egyptians. You see that God is a way maker. He's making a way for these children so they can come serve him upon the mountain. God is a way maker. And what he did for others, he'll do for you.
That's
That
right.
man specialized in making a way.
Right.
People can have a flat tire and can almost die, but the angel of the Lord encamps around about them. Them that fear him, that man is able to keep you. Let's go to Saints book 13, chapter 13, verse 19. Amen.
Amen.
Verse 19, and Moses took the bones of Joseph with him, for he had straitly sworn the children of Israel, saying, God will surely visit you, and you shall carry up my bones away hence with you. God can be a guide. You hear me? God can be a guide and a shelter. Watch this book. And they took their journey from Sukkot, and they camped in Etham, in the edge of the wilderness. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of the cloud. Listen what God would do for his children. God used the element. That's why when people talk about people control this and control that, God controls the element. God controls everything. God is God all by himself. Lord have mercy. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud to what? Lead them or guide them, however you want to put it. Lead them the way. And by night in a pillar of fire to give them light to go by day and night. Listen to that. You talking about a guide? Huh? And a shelter? He put the cloud over in the heart of the sun and covered Israel, so the sun wouldn't beat down on it. God did that. He can be a shelter and a guide. He specializes in being a shelter. He specializes in being a guide. He specializes in all that is good. He specializes in it. God is able. Let's go to 14, go to 13, verse 13. Amen. 14, 13. Amen.
14, 13. Okay, yes. Yeah.
Chapter 14, verse 13. If you as God's child, all you got to do is stand still. God will fight the battle for you. He specializes in fighting battles. He specializes in winning. There's no failure in God. No. Verse 13. And Moses said unto the people, fear ye not, stand still and do what? And see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show to you today. For the Egyptians whom you have seen today, you shall see them again no more.
Yes, sir.
Listen what God is doing. Watch this, verse 14. The Lord shall what? Fight for you. And you shall what?
Hold your peace.
Can you hold your peace and let God do it for you? If he did it for other people, he'll do it for you. He specialized in fighting battles. He specialized in winning.
Yeah.
There's no losing in God. The Lord shall fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. And the Lord said unto Moses, wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel that they go forward, but they got water in front of them. Huh? They got water in front of them. God will fight your battle for you. Verse 16. But lift up thy rod and stretch out thy hand over the sea and divide it. And the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. And I beheld, and I will hearken the heart of Pharaoh. Listen to what God said. He will divide the water for Israel. He will fight the battle for Israel. God is able. Let's go to 19. Same chapter, 19. Amen. Same chapter, verse 19. And the angel of God which went before the camp of Israel removed and went behind them. And the pillar of the cloud went before their face and stood where? Behind them. Boy, ain't no harm gonna come to you. They can't stand behind you with God. They can't do nothing. I'm telling you, God will fight for you. Verse 20. And it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel. And it was a cloud and darkness to them, but gave light by night to the beasts. So that the one came not near to the other. What? all night.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at the movie, get the movie out your mind.
Right.
Then he
Yeah.
opened up the sea right away. Listen to what the book said. And Moses, verse 21, and Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind, all what? All that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. And the children of Israel went in the midst of the sea upon dry ground, and the water was what? A wall unto them, on their right hand, on their left hand. You talking about a man that can deliver, who can make a way out of no way, who can make water obey, who can speak to the wind and the wind stop down and lick his feet, who can tell the tempest behave. I'm talking about a man that specializes in doing good for his people. God love. God is able. God is love. Go to Numbers 23.
Numbers.
Numbers 23. Numbers 23.
Still in the front.
God specializes
Not
in
that
truth
close.
because his word is truth. You can't lie because it's impossible. It's impossible for somebody that's full of truth to lie. 23:19. Familiar. God is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. What the book? Huh? Has he said it? And shall he not do it? Or has he spoken? And shall he not make it good? God will make it good if he got to do it his own self. He specializes in truth. Huh? What verse 20? What God said? Behold, I have received command to bless.
Did he say 15?
And he has blessed. And what did he say? And I cannot refer. What is it going? His word does not go out or come back forth. If that man got to take a cloud and get his work done, he gonna get it done.
Oh, yeah.
If it wasn't no cloud, he could have took a tree to make a tree follow them to get them shade.
Amen.
But God is able to do anything with faith. You talk about a deliverer, that man specializes in deliverance. Let's go to Joshua, chapter 10. So we just moving forward now. Joshua,
Joshua. Yes, keep going.
I'm talking about a God that specializes in everything with you. Everything good, no failure. Chapter 10, verse 12. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Then spoke Joshua to the Lord in the day when the Lord delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel. He hear your every cry. Call upon him. While he's near. Talk to God and watch him do wonders in your life. God is able. Go to Judges 7. Judges. Chapter 7.
Yeah, let's keep going.
God heals you, y'all. I'm telling you, God heals you. Don't be dismayed. Don't be discomforted. Trust me, God. Judges chapter 7, verse 1. Fervent, the few people, y'all just keep coming. And what would God can do? If God can tell 32,000 people to go home and take 300 of the 32,000, what? Let us be the 300. If they don't come, they'll be the benefits because we're going to keep on praying. We're going to keep on trusting. Because God specializes in the faithful, fervent, proud, and righteous. He specializes, he hears us. Chapter 7, verse 1. Then Jerubbaal, who is Gideon, and all the people that were with him, rose up early and pitched beside the well of Haran, so that the host of the Midianites were on the north side of them, by the hill of Moriah, in the valley. And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are what? Too many for me to get a Midianite into their hand, lest Israel vaunt themselves against me, saying, my own hands have saved me. Verse 3. Now therefore go to, proclaim in the ears of the people, saying, whosoever is fearful and afraid, let him return and depart early from Mount Gilead. Listen, if you ain't with us, if you ain't trusting God, if you fearful, go home. Let us do the work. You go home. Because we're going to continue. Because we serve a God that can't lose. We know. Huh? Now therefore proclaim in the ears of the people, saying, whosoever is fearful and afraid, let him return and depart early from Mount Gilead. And there return of the people 20 and 2,000. And there remain what? 10,000. What God? And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people are yet too many. Bring them down unto the water. God finna prove it. Boy, have mercy. I will try them for thee there. And it shall be that of whom I say unto thee, this shall go with thee. The same shall go with thee, and of whomsoever I say unto thee, this shall not go with thee. The same shall not go. By verse 5. So he brought down the people unto the water. And the Lord said unto Gideon, everyone that lappeth of the water with his tongue, as a dog lappeth, him shall thou set by himself. Now what did God say? What is he saying? When a person laps like a dog, take his hand, and he can see who coming. Because he take the water and he lapped. He can see who coming. Y'all follow?
Mm-hmm.
All right, where I go? What's the next verse? I should have taken the hand. 5. And everyone that lappeth water with his tongue, as the dog lappeth, him shall thou set by himself. Likewise, everyone that bow down upon his knees to drink. Watch. What happens when a person bow down on their knees and put their face to the water?
Get up.
They can't see nothing.
Get up.
The people can come and hit them in the head.
Mm-hmm.
They got to get up off their knees and then try to fight. What? And the number of them that left putting their hand to their mouth were what? 300 men. But all the rest of the people, you see how many thousands of them was? Huh? Bow down upon their knees to drink water. And the Lord said unto them, by the 300 men that left will I save you. Listen to this. And deliver the Midianites into thy hand. And let all the other people go, every man unto his place. So that the people took fiddles in their hand and their trumpets, and he sent all the rest of Israel, every man unto his tent, and retained those 300 men. And the host of the Midianites were beneath him in the valley. Listen to what God did. God don't need a whole bunch of people. All he needs is a few praying people that believe in him. And he'll move a mountain. And if you don't want to come with us, you're going to reap the benefits because we're going to keep doing what we got to do. Because God is with us. God is able. Now he did all that for Israel. Now he don't gave up on us. What did he save us for? To be dismayed? To be turned aside? Let's go to Matthew. New Testament, Matthew. I'm just showing you what God did for others. He'll do the same for you. We got hope in Jesus Christ. Matthew chapter 6. And all we got to do is pray to him, talk to him, and he hears us. Verse 9. Amen?
New Testament.
Listen, after this manner ye pray. If you ain't got no daddy, he ain't nowhere around. He can't help you, what you say? Our Father. Which are in who?
Heaven.
Huh? We're not going to take his name in vain. Why? Hallowed be thy name. Listen to the book, y'all. We ain't worried about what we're going to sleep tonight or what's going to happen tomorrow. Why? Thy kingdom come. Look at this. I'm talking about God. Huh? And while we wait on God, What we gonna do? Huh? Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. We're not worried about food or substance or provision for tomorrow. What we gonna say? Give us
Just
this
this
day.
day.
What our daily bread? Huh? And if we err, if we make a mistake, what we gonna say? And forgive us our debt, and when we ask him to forgive us our debt, what we gonna do to others? We gonna forgive them their debt. This is what this book says. Huh? We're not gonna worry about temptation. We're not worried about going astray, because why? Verse 13 says, and lead us not into temptation, because God specializes in what? Delivering us from who? For evil. I'm talking about God. Y'all, this ain't no game with me. God can do what he says he's going to do.
Yes.
Huh? And he's able. Huh? God gave us this prayer that we to pray. Because he's able to do anything. If he took care of them, he specialized in salvation for us. So you say, how did he specialize in salvation for us? How did he do it? I told you last week it wasn't on phone. And I screamed it loud and I could, it wasn't on phone. But we are Gentiles. We were exiled. How can he lead and guide us? What petition he gonna take to lead and guide us? What can God do for us who are lost people, who had no hope? What could he do for us? All I know is Jesus Christ. He said, I do always those things.
Please to my Father.
That man laid down his life. They put Jesus on the cross. From the 6th hour to the 9th hour, that man died. From that 6th hour to the 9th hour, it was darkness over all the face of the earth. Darkness all over the face of the earth. Jesus did it. The sun said, I can't shine no more. Call the clouds, they come covered, I can't see it. This debauchery that's going on, I can't see it. Lord have mercy. They have a veil in the temple. They're ripped from top to bottom. Huh? This is my deliverance. Huh? This is my way, man. That man made a way out of no way. I'm telling y'all. They have a security that had to give witness and say, wait a minute. This got to be somebody special. So all of this stuff going on, it got to be somebody special. Lord have mercy. But the security said, got to be the Son of God. Huh? Then the earthquake shook violently because Jesus died. The earthquake and the rock split in half because Jesus died. All I'm trying to tell y'all is he died. That's all I'm trying to tell you. He died. And the grave was open because Jesus died. Lord have mercy. Let me tell you something. What I'm telling y'all is he died. But I don't want to stay there where he died. I got to move on because it makes me feel good. When I know that he rose. All right. Right there. I mean, staying today all day Friday. All day Saturday.
All day.
But early Sunday morning, that man got up out the grave, not like Lazarus did, when they had to loose him and let him go. But that man rose. He rose and the grave hole was still in the The angel said, come here. Come see where he lays. He's not here. Why look for the living?
Among the dead. Yes,
I'm talking about Jesus. He specialized in death because nobody can die like Jesus. Nobody can die like Jesus. That man died from the 6th to the 9th hour.
Yes, sir.
Having been crazy when that man died. They thought they won. They thought they had Jesus. And they told him, said, listen, after having been 3 days, they said, listen here, you got to go put a seal or put somebody on that door. Because this fella told us that he was going to rise on the 3rd day. And we need to do something because his disciples might come. And I might take the body. And then this first problem that we had, then that problem going to be worse. Body said, you have your seal, go do it. But let me tell you something. An angel came down from heaven.
Yes, sir.
Rolled that stone away.
Yes,
and the angel showed up, he was so bright, the keepers of the dead, of the grave, were like dead men.
Yes, sir. He sure did.
He was already gone. He just moved it out so they could see that he was gone. Jesus. That man made a way for us out of nowhere. For Gentiles, God gave his life to redeem a lost people.
Yes, sir.
That we might have a right to the tree of life. That we can walk boldly to the throne of grace. And ask our God for our petition. And that man said, I will do it. Ask me what you will, and I will do it.
Yes, sir.
Ask me what you will, and I will make it happen.
Yes, sir.
I am God all by myself. You couldn't get to God, but I made a way for you. I'm not going to trust in nobody but God. And the one that knows how to get from heaven to hell.
Yes, sir.
I know he can get to heaven because he came for it.
Yes, sir.
Why serve anybody else that don't know the way? They're going to tell you to make your heaven right here. Let's all come together. But Peter said, this is going to pass away.
Yes, sir.
He said, the mountain is going to melt with a firmament.
Yep.
Why? Keep all this stuff together. And try to get all this stuff. What that song that say, I ain't seen you all yet. Putting people's stuff. You came in this world naked. And that's the way you're going to be.
Yep.
But God specialized in death. Nobody died like Jesus.
Amen.
And nobody rose from the dead like Jesus. Lazarus came forth, but he was bound with grave clothes. Jesus came forth, but he was resurrected with a new body.
Yes, sir.
The same body that we gonna have.
Yes, sir.
We just trust in God and believe and trust in him and know that he specialized in salvation.
Yes, sir.
To all that will believe. The Bible tells me in St. John chapter 1:12, he said, to as many as believe. To as many as believe. To them he gave power to become the sons of God. This God that we serve made a way for him. He did it for Israel. But he died for us. Lord have mercy. Listen to me. Gentile dog who had no access.
No.
So Paul come along and he put his feet in chapter 2 and he said, and you has he quit.
Yes, sir.
Who were dead and trespassing and sin. That man wrote that. And then he go to Colossians chapter 1:12. He said, giving thanks unto the Father, which has made us meet to be partakers of the inheritance of the saints of light, who delivered us. No, that man made a way. I'm trying to tell y'all, nobody died like it. Nobody rose from the grave like it. Why trust anybody else? Why waste your time entertaining people who can't help you?
Yeah.
God specialized in salvation. He specialized in hope.
Yes.
He specialized in truth. He specialized in saving family members. You
Yes.
just keep praying. That man will do it because he specialized in honoring his word of what's the old name I'm talking about Jesus. Believe what God said he'll do. Trust in what God said
Amen.
he'll do it. You say, Brother Reed, I don't have problems. I don't make errors in my life. So what? You still alive, right?
Yeah, that's
The
right.
blood still running warm in your veins. Dude,
Yeah.
that's hope.
That's right.
Get it right.
That's right.
Keep pressing on toward the mark. God can do what he said he's going to do. Just trust in God. And believe in him. And I talk to y'all all the time about your children. Don't give up on them. Don't give
Right.
up on your children.
Right.
If people believe the wrong thing, tell them the right thing. You can't worry about nobody feeling when they're wrong. Is your daughter driving on a car and she keep running red light, what you going to do? You'll say, baby, you can't run the red light. You have to stop.
You gotta
Because
stop.
somebody else coming.
That's right.
When somebody believes something wrong, it's your job to tell them that that is not the right way.
Mm-hmm.
You
That's
got to
right.
tell them what's right.
That's right.
If I got a loved one, we went to Georgia one time, and they said, let's go see mom. Let's go see mom. They go out to the graveyard. If that lady would have got about the graveyard and ran left.
Yeah. So what?
So what you doing? What you gonna talk
I
about?
would.
My Bible in Hebrews 9:27 says what? After death, it's the judgment. Y'all know we know this.
Mm-hmm.
Why entertain stuff that don't matter? Trust in God. He specialized in life. Y'all remember? And I'm going to close with this. There was a man had a wife. And she died leaving no seed. Y'all know the story. He had 5 other brothers, right? And they all took other men. All the brothers died, not leaving no seed. The Pharisee came to Jesus trying to trick him and said, now, who wife you going to be in the resurrection?
Uh-huh.
Jesus said, you do great than Herod.
Not knowing the truth.
You hear me? God is not a God of the day. That man is a God of the day.
That's right.
He specializes in life. He
Mm-hmm.
specializes in life more abundantly. So get out of this hocus pocus stuff and all this tradition stuff and get with the book. Because the book got life. The book is the truth. All the traditional stuff, y'all better get out of those churches that's teaching that stuff that's wrong. And they need to be sued for malpractice.